8mm, 16mm, film that breathes. Every frame carries texture. Movement, whether on film or on stone, is a study of rhythm and precision. This film focuses on that dialogue, repetition, discipline, ritual. The story is told through close observation of a single climbers project, blurring the boundary between human movement and nature, inviting the viewer to view climbing as both labor and lyric. Like Free Solo, my film follows an individual in pursuit of a physical goal. But where Free Solo finds its drama in longevity, scale, and danger, mine will focus on the subtle, the repetition, the quiet conversations, the intimate connection between climber and route. It's not about high stakes, but high focus. The goal is to make every chalked handprint, every foot placement, every pause for breath feel cinematic. This opening sequence, one of the most memorable in cinema, a study in stillness and movement. A dance, slow to the point where every gesture feels monumental. A sequence where style and emotion merge into a singular visual image. Shot in black and white, the grain gives each image a tactile quality, as though each frame has weight and texture. The slow motion elongates each movement, transforming quick, physical gestures into moments of sculpted time. Shadow plays as much of a role as light. The harsh contrast creates deep pools of black that isolate the figure, turning him into a silhouette. The camera lingers, following movement with patience, allowing the audience to notice the subtleties of posture, balance, and anticipation. In my film, I will apply these same techniques to climbing. Each grip and movement will be isolated, the descent of chalk slowed until it becomes almost abstract. Grain and monochrome will strip away distraction, so that every highlight and shadow speaks to the climber's focus and determination. Like Scorsese's opening, my goal is to create an atmosphere where physicality is elevated into visual poetry. The choice to shoot and emulate 8 and 16mm film is fundamental to my film's aesthetic and emotional impact. Unlike digital footage, film carries a physical presence, the tactile grain, the subtle flicker, the organic imperfection of each frame, which creates a texture that digital often sterilizes. Even in the still moments, there is movement. The short video by Sasha Powell visualizes not only the techniques and movement I want, but about the medium itself. The way the camera breathes with the subject, the gentle inconsistencies in exposure, the delicate interplay of light and shadow that film captures uniquely. The handheld tracking shots emphasize the human pulse of movement, with natural camera sway inviting the viewer into the subject's rhythm. Shallow depth of field isolates gestures, focusing attention on contact points, elevating simple motions into moments of poetry. By embracing film's limitations, I intend to create a piece that feels authentic, textured, and deeply connected to its subject and environment. This is not merely a stylistic choice, but a creative philosophy, capturing life as it unfolds, imperfect and beautiful through grain and shadow. David Fincher says, in film, we sculpt time, we sculpt behavior, and we sculpt light. My film will use light as a silent narrator. The low sun will carve hard lines into the rock, revealing its form, while shade will hide as much as it shows. In this monochrome space, light is not just illumination, it's tension, it's mood. Grain will layer over the image like chalk on skin. Every flicker in the film texture is a reminder that this is a human act, captured in a human way. The contrast will push highlights to near white, shadows to near black, mirroring the mental clarity and darkness that coexist in moments of focus. Structurally, I'll follow Free Solo's pacing, alternating between kinetic climbing sequences and intimate psychological moments that reveal the climber's inner world. This contrast mirrors the physical and mental demands of climbing itself, moments of intense action balanced by moments of reflection. The sound design will be immersive and textural. Diegetic elements like breath, chalk rubbing, and shoe scrapes will ground the viewer in the physicality of the climb, while ambient environmental sounds will create a sense of place and atmosphere. Over select sequences, I will incorporate experimental music, using abstract soundscapes, experimental drones, and textured sonic layers to heighten emotional intensity. This music won't follow traditional melodies or rhythms, but will instead act like an emotional undercurrent, echoing the tension, focus, and sometimes the fragility of the climber's journey. Sparse musical textures will punctuate these moments, leaving room for silence to breathe, emphasizing tension, focus, or calm depending on the scene. This later approach to sound will deepen the emotional connection and enhance the film's contemplative tone. In both climbing and filmmaking, there is a pursuit of precision, a striving for a perfect sequence, a perfect movement, the perfect moment captured. This film is my attempt to hold that moment, to capture the presence of skin on stone, dust in the air, and light playing across surfaces, all framed within the intimate grain and contrast of black and white film emulation. The story is not just about the climb, but the fragile dialogue between human and environment, movement and stillness, shadow and light. This is my project.